everybody, I'm Lzzy Hale from the band Halestorm, and you were listening to my favorite show, Peach's Pit Party, right here on KBEAR 101.
I'm glad you didn't hear me screaming and yelling about how nothing was working in here. I feel like that guy that goes like, "We'll do it live."
We're doing it live. Damn it. Just give me a call. No. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time for me.
Oh, thank you for joining the show, obviously. I mean, how was your 4th of July, first of all?
Oh, it was awesome. Kind of a whirlwind. We were hosting friends, so we just kind of had like, and they had never been, I live in Nashville, so they'd never been in Nashville before. So we just did like this, like, we're not big day drinkers, but we did it. we were troopers. Yeah, it's one of those things. Kind of a lost 3 days.
Man, I've always wanted to visit Nashville. I'm from Southern California, and I moved to Idaho, and magically everyone heard that and started hating me because the Californians, they're moving everywhere, taking over every city.
They are. There's quite a few of them out here now too. So you Californians, no, it's great. It's a good town, and there's a lot of music going on. So I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
That's fantastic. Yeah. And I'm very excited for this tour because it was a shocker really for both you guys and Volbeat coming to the Mountain America Center here in Idaho Falls. I mean, of course, today I wear my Volbeat shirt, and my boss is making fun of me. The guy that was just in the room, he was all like, "Of course you wear that today." I'm like, "Well, I got to support."
Yeah, why not? Be that guy, and I'm really excited about it too, because we've known and loved Volbeat, for years, but we've been kind of like ships that pass in the night, where it's like we'll play together like at festivals and whatever, but we've never really done a tour. So this is our first tour together, and they're all sweethearts. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it, really. And I was just about to ask, like, how you guys teamed up on this, or how you know them for many years, or.
Yeah, we've known him for a little while, but it's just we could never get it together. So it's that's something like we talk a lot about, like as bands, like you can know a whole lot of people and have never actually done a gig with them, because it's like, oh, we're on this schedule and we're on this. So like years will go by and we're like, wait, this is the first time we're touring. This is crazy. So yeah, it's been a long time coming, and so we're excited, and I feel like because we haven't toured together, what's exciting for me is that I have a feeling that a lot of Volbeat fans maybe have never seen us before, regardless of whether we're in the same genre or not. So it's so it'll be nice to like go up there and kind of prove your worth every night.
Definitely. Yeah, I love these cross-genre tours that people are doing, and I love all the basic overall shows making their way to our local area here. I'm like in charge of the concert calendar, and I've been keeping track of how many shows we have coming here, and it's like 130 in total that we have. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's especially for a small place like this here in East Idaho. It's pretty cool. And one of your biggest fans, by the way, she's a fellow DJ here in the building. She has idolized you for her whole life. So I was like, I can't do an interview with Lzzy Hale and not have Katie in here. So Katie, you want to say hello?
Hi.
She's a big time fan of yours. Oh, that froze. Oh, it happened.
No.
Okay, there we go. The monitors for some reason turned off. There we go. Now you're back on.
Yeah.
Katie, you crashed the computer as well.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Yes, we're all affecting it in some way.
Yeah. Did you have any questions for her?
I mean, I probably do, but I'm just gonna sit back for just a second.
You let me know. I'm here. There's not much I won't talk about. So.
Well, she's a country DJ, but she's like been blasting Sleep Token in the country studio. Loves Halestorm. Every single metal band loves them all. So. Yeah, it's pretty funny because speaking of country music, actually, you just did that collaboration with Ashley McBryde too. The Terrible Things.
Hey, we get a lot of you over in country, and I'm not going to complain.
I'm so glad. It's always kind of a risk, to step outside of your genre or your lane. And lucky for us, Ashley is a fan, and so like we just kind of cold called her. We're just like, hey, would you do this song? And she's like, hell yes, right away. So. It's been really great to kind of like see that song popping up on country radio. And one thing I learned, because we went out years ago with Eric Church, and so we got to like get the full like CMAs, like the whole country music experience. And we were opening up for Eric Church and Dwight Yoakam.
Yep.
And so it was interesting because when the first day of tour, Eric comes into our dressing room, he's like, I don't want you to cater to the audience. I don't want you to do any ballads. You're here to rock. Like, we're using you basically. And I'm like, okay, cool. I can be used. It's fine. And and it was great because what you realize is that whether you're, into country or you're into pop or you're into rap, everybody can agree on rock stars. Everybody can agree on rock. So it's like, it's one of those things where, like, I don't know. It's there's a sense of pride in representing your genre.
Isn't it weird how rock and metal is in a place that it's never been before? You have pop stars collaborating with metal stars. You have like Bring Me the Horizon and Lil Uzi Vert together. I'm expecting like something like Knocked Loose and Billie Eilish to come out at some point. Didn't we have like Cradle of Filth and Ed Sheeran as well?
Right. I am here for it. I think that should be happening across the board. And it's funny. I was talking to so there is an Alice Cooper head back there. Just
I
in
love
case
it.
you're wondering. I
Yeah,
realize it's not gonna jump out at you. But speaking of which, I was talking to Alice Cooper about that because right before this whole like surgence of like pop stars and everybody being interested in rock and metal, I was asking him about that. I'm just like, like we're like still kind of underground as a genre, it's not like we're not necessarily the most popular thing right now. And he said to me, he's like, we're exactly where we need to be. We are in the sewer, we are in the gutter, because when we emerge, it's always incredibly triumphant. It's because somebody drags us from the depths. But and so we're kind of seeing that in real time now. So maybe Alice was predicting that.
Yeah, I feel like if anybody could tell time, it'd be Alice Cooper for sure. Tell what the future patterns are. It's him. It's like he's immortal pretty much. Is he really a nice dude in real life? I would love to know that.
Oh, he is the sweetest dude. When we went out on tour, he was like everybody's uncle, and then you see him transform, like as he's walking the stage, he's like, he just wants to make everybody happy. And like he took everybody out to dinner multiple times and like the whole thing. He's just the sweetest guy. And then he turns into the Alice Cooper, the rock star, like as he's walking the stage. And then he doesn't break character until the show is over. It's really nuts. So it's like he definitely like puts his armor on. But yeah, he'll stare you down on stage. It's great.
I'm so incredibly jealous. You got to keep the beheading or fake head of his from one of his shows. Does he still do that? Does he still like spray the candy blood on the crowd and stuff?
He still has the blood and the guillotine and like the big robot and the big baby for $1 Billion Babies. Yeah, it's like it's full on production. And it's funny because I think about that. I'm like, he can't get rid of the guillotine. Like he's been doing it for so long. It's just a part of the thing. That's why people go, so they can see the severed head. Now the head you see behind me, what was a gift, but that became the most fun game during lockdown and COVID because my partner and I would hide it in places. Like at first it was like in the refrigerator, and then it was like on top of like the coat rack, which is already scary at 3 a.m. anyway, because it looks like a human, but it's like you put the Alice Cooper head in weird places, then you wait for the other one to react,
Mm-hmm.
But so
totally,
it's coming handy.
Speaking of nice guys, I mean, obviously, I mean, Chris Daughtry is like the nicest dude ever. I talked to him for like 15 minutes, and you guys did that amazing cover of Separate Ways, or have you guys always been like whose idea was that in the first place to cover a Journey classic like that?
Well, that was his idea, but I've known Chris, I think since around 2011-ish, something like that, and actually no, before that, because we met him in the studio when we were making our first record, so we've probably known him since maybe 08 or something like that. But we've always wanted to do something together. And so I don't know, we've done little tours and things like that together. And then he basically just kind of called me up and he's like, hey, I know you're off tour. I'm in the studio for 2 days. We're recording Journey Separate Ways. Would you do this with me as a duet? So I'm like, hell yeah, man. It's like that was my go-to karaoke song. Now he's ruined it. I can't do it in karaoke anymore. But I'm like, yeah, I know it by heart. Let's go. And it was so much fun to do because Daughtry is such an amazing singer, and our voices work so well together. And he's just as nerdy as I am about it. So it's like we got to, just kind of have fun as vocalists and try to like map this whole thing out. But yeah, but neither one of us knew it was kind of gonna go like gangbusters the way it did. So like it like for a while it was like every day it's like, dude, we just beat like Shania Twain on the on the charts. Holy crap, so like just literally texting every day. It's like, are you seeing this? I'm like, I know. So yeah, I'm very grateful for that dude.
Are there any plans really to do any more covers with him? Because obviously this one was so successful.
You know what? I don't think it would even matter what it is. So apparently his first choice before they decided on separate ways was the Final Countdown, which I told him, I'm like, you should just do it anyway. Have it like a B-side. I'm here for it. Let's go. Yeah, I don't think there's any cover that I wouldn't sing with him. I think that we could do a good job on whatever. So we'll have to pick out something weird. Maybe Hanson. I don't know. Let's go.
Yeah. Maybe something from like, because I know he was talking about Sleep Token before they just gained so much in popularity this year. You could do something off of their new album or something crazy. I always love crazy covers. Like Matt Hafey covered Life is a Highway for some reason. And
right.
I know like Alex Terrible from Slaughter to Prevail covered like Given Up from Linkin Park. And it's just insane how many weird covers there are out there. And I know Luke Combs for country music just covered Fast Car from Tracy Chapman, and
that's awesome.
He killed it really. And so
yeah. It's great how adventurous everyone's being. So I wouldn't I wouldn't say no.
Right. And but Katie, do you have anything for her?
Okay, I have like 2 questions for you.
Awesome.
First, so we're talking about a lot of the collaborations. Who would you collaborate with next if you could? Anybody, any genre?
Oh my gosh. I would love to do something with Pink. Because just her voice is amazing and she's legendary. Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to step into a little bit more of the pop game. So like I'd love to bring Gaga to the dark side. Now I guess in another way, I don't know. Like I think maybe pop rap side, I'd like to try my hand in that. In the rock genre, obviously Foo Fighters, Metallica, like anybody of that sort, but there's not much that I won't say yes to, because I like saying yes to adventure. So like the weirder it is, the better, I think,
Completely agree.
Yeah, it's like because why not, and that's always fun too, because it's like when you are representing your genre but in a different genre, there's this whole other level of I want to say like this beautiful panic, almost like nerves about it, because you're like, okay, I have to like prove myself here. Okay, so example, right? We played Lollapalooza in Sweden, and Billie Eilish was closing. There's all these rap stars. We realized that not only were we the only band there not using tracks, but we were also the only hard rock band there at all. So you're seeing all these people with like Drake shirts in the front row for our show. And we're like, okay, we have to prove that like we can make a moment here. And it's so crazy to watch them turn. You watch these people, they're like, I don't know about this. And then all of a sudden you like get them and they're like, wait, this is awesome. Let's go. And they're like, got you. So that's always a good feeling. So yeah, like I said, the weirder, the better. Third and hat.
I feel like that should be on a t-shirt. The weirder, the better.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's how we should live our lives.
Exactly.
Let it go.
I know Chris Daughtry has that shirt that says like your mom loves Daughtry. And I figured that was like one of the best things ever, really.
Your mom loves Daughtry.
And it's awesome. True though, because my mom loves him, loves Journey. So I mean, he did both.
It's kind of perfect. Yeah.
Did you have anything else, Katie?
It's a stupid question, but I'm gonna ask it anyways.
Awesome.
Just because this is what I ask everybody over in the country station, I gotta ask you too. If you could name a baby cow, what would you name a baby cow?
Name a baby cow. First one that comes to mind, Gladys.
Oh, I love it.
This old school name. I would totally have a baby cow if I could. Maybe we should have a baby tour cow.
Oh my gosh. Please, I'll send
I don't know if that would go over well. We'll get it the little earmuffs, it's fine.
Okay, but those things are literally the cutest thing in the world. I would have my best friend. I'm just like, I need you to knit some for my baby cow because it gets cold here.
That's so cute. That's awesome.
Okay, baby
I
cow.
love that.
Baby cow.
I've never been asked to name a baby cow before, so I first time for everything. Thank you for giving me that.
For sure.
The weirder the better. The weirder the better.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Lzzy, and thank you, of course, Katie, for asking questions too.
Thank you, Katie.
Thanks,
I appreciate it, and thanks for taking the time, guys. Seriously.
Of course, anytime.
You have a good one, and stay cool out there.
Hey, you too. You too. We'll see you July 26th at the Mountain America Center, by the way.
Yes, in person, in the flesh.
Yes. Have a good one.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.